I got the signal loud and clear. Most of the city did, in fact. It's a huge signal they had on FAN. So I listened to Mike and the Mad Dog all the time. My father loved Mike and the Mad Dog. Appointment listening. So, one of these driving around with your father in the car stories. Even though we didn't like a single New York team, in fact, we despised them, the arch enemy, you can still listen. Doggy didn't like them either. So it's weird. Dog would actually make you a bigger baseball fan. Like somebody like me, college football, NBA, NFL. I have things I enjoy more than baseball, even though I always like baseball too. One of the reasons I'm tough on baseball is because I want to love baseball again, like I have in the past. It doesn't help that my local team, the team I like, absolutely stinks. But in reality, I think it has more to do with the fact the game is slowed down and everything else. But Doggy would actually draw you in because when he and Mike would go after each other, Mike being pro-Yankee, Dog being anti-Yankee, they'd be screaming and yelling. Next thing you know, you find yourself rooting for the Yankees to lose so that Dog could be right and Francesa wrong. Francesa being the face of all the Yankees fans out there. They really were incredible. The back and forth was like nothing we had seen. Oil and water. They just played so well off each other for those 19 years. I thought the 30 for 30 was well done. But like I said, I would have liked to have heard more back and forth. Some of the epic arguments over the course of their time. That's what I would have done. Now, look, you can't knock ESPN. ESPN, if we're honest, is not going to do 2 hours on Mike and the Mad Dog. I mean, it's amazing if you think about it. They dedicated a full hour of 30 for 30 programming on a New York City talk show. I mean, think about that for a minute. It's one market. And then they're pretty much hoping to get the Mad Dog Sports Radio listener out there, guys across the country who know Mad Dog from this channel, and just guys that happen to be perusing through the channels and stopping on ESPN. And according to TVByTheNumbers.com, Mike and the Mad Dog 30 for 30 was the highest rated cable show in its time slot. Now, it was one of the lowest rated 30 for 30s for its original 8 p.m. telecast. I think 657 was the number, 657,000. But that's to be expected. I mean, again, are you going to watch a 30 for 30, generally speaking, about an epic rivalry all time, Lakers-Celtics, or about two talking heads in New York? It's amazing they got this done. It's amazing they got the number they did. He deserves it. One of the reasons I'm sitting in this chair is because of Christopher Mad Dog Russo. In a way, it's a dream to be on a channel that's called Mad Dog Radio. And every once in a while, you know how Dog does, he'll bring up one of his hosts and he'll kind of ripple him. And newsflash to Tom Byrne, okay? Go back and watch it 72 with Big O and Kareem. Number one, Dog, is 71. But, he always gets the year wrong. He always wants to... He always like the 95 Bulls with 96 Bulls. But whatever. We know what he means. He obviously knows it. He's an encyclopedia. But even that sort of thing, it's exciting to have him bring you up. My father gets excited. He starts texting me. So it's cool to be on a channel like that. And it seems like these guys are primed to do something again. They'll never do Monday through Friday again. Neither would want to do it. But I would not be surprised they do it Friday. And I would not be surprised if it's on SiriusXM. I don't imagine where else it could happen. They're not doing it on ESPN. Nobody wants to be on NBC Sports Radio. No disrespect to those guys, but I know a couple of the hosts. They don't get calls for weeks. They're not going to go there. CBS Sports Radio, they'd rather do the Fan. So I don't know where else they do it. And I would love to get that. Maybe for an hour you call it Mike and the Mad Dog Radio. Football Fridays. It'd be tremendous. All right, Chris, let's play some of those clips you said you had for me. This is a little flavor of the 30 for 30.
They're going to have me do a show with Mike Francesa? Are you kidding me? I was shocked. I said, I can't believe this is what their plan was.
I said, I promise you I will do well. I guarantee I will hit it out of the park. He goes, you might think that, but it's not happening.
I said, well, you can solo somewhere else. This was basically an arranged marriage.
They didn't propose to each other. They were proposed to.
I think they both realized they were stuck with one another.
There was a big fight when they first came in about who would sit in the power chair.
Radio has a power chair. The chair that looks at the control room.
The power chair is where the king sits. The leader, the alpha dog.
Mike takes a big guy chair facing the control room. I miss the chair.
So Mike's sitting in a power chair and Dog's off to the side.
How I wound up with the power chair? Top of my head, I don't remember. I don't know that it was a big argument, but somehow I won it.
So what happened?
It was a great talk show.
It's a marriage, but what happened? What went wrong? I want to know What happened? Was he seeing another host?
The most amazing thing is it's been almost a decade since they were last together, and their legion of fans still holds out hope that one day they'll be back together again. That never goes away. I think in the end, they both kind of got what they wanted.
The Mike and the Maddog show was incredibly successful. It made my career. It's been an incredible ride. It really has. And that part of it was a lot of fun. It really was.
You know what? I did it for 19 years. We did very well together. I mean, there was nothing left for me and Mike to prove.
That Nance bit, Tom, gave me chills. Because I'm one of those Mike and the Maddog fans that, again, hope that one day doing something, they'll be reunited. Because they're the reason I got into sports talk radio, was Mike and the Maddog. So listening to Nance say that when I was watching it the other night gave me absolute chills. And I do think that they will be together, maybe doing something, and maybe it'll be here at Sirius.
There are two guys, and you're very good on air, so it could happen. Keep working hard. You know that I've told you that before. But
thank you, buddy.
Two guys in broadcasting that I respected and loved more than any other. One was Christopher Maddog Russo, if I'm honest. The other was Harry Kalas. And a lot of people would know Harry Kalas outside of Philly, not everybody. He did the Phillies forever. Legendary broadcaster. If you heard his voice, you'd recognize it. He did NFL film stuff, too. He was even Notre Dame's broadcaster for a long time.